محمد رسول الله هذه الصلاة تعظيما لحقك يا سيدنا محمد هذه الصلاة تعظيما لحق يا سيدنا محمد هذه الصلاة تعظيما لحق يا سيدنا محمد حركاتنا أسوأ فعل في جميعا
We ask the spiritual power stations, the friends of God, the saints of God, and the messengers of God for heavenly support and spiritual support. If there would be no electricity and at night, how would this night become enlightened and full of light and life and movement even? Without any electricity, there is no life. And the support of the saints on our path to God, from God to God. There is the electricity that makes us move. So we ask for more spiritual electricity. Sayyid Muhammad said, they asked him, what is religion, O Muhammad? And he answered, religion is the good advice. Religion is nothing else than just good advice and recommendation. Religion is only a sign to eternity and how to get to eternity. And it's a guidance towards eternal happiness and joy. All prophets that came, the messengers of the heavens, without a doubt, all there were moons and stars on the skies in the divine presence. And they all came to warn us about false behavior and false movements and false words. That at least 3 times we should think about what we do, what we think, and what we say. So why is that? Maulana Rumi said once, may his light and support be with us. O you human beings, be careful, because just like in Hollywood movies and thrillers, you can find everything you say will be used against you. Do you think these are just empty words? You have to be careful before you say anything, so that it might be used against you. It's so dangerous. And we have to be careful what you say. It's just like a bullet. Every word that comes out of you, and it can hit you personally. Why do
warnen
the
die
saints
Heiligen und die
and the
Gesandten
messengers of
des
the
Herrn
heavens warn
die Menschen
us
vor
for
Unachtsamkeit der
of
Bewegungen?
not paying attention to our movements and thoughts and words?
Das
There
muss
has to be
einen Sinn
a
haben und eine
sense, a purpose
Wichtigkeit.
behind that, and a certain
Maulana
importance.
Rumi
And
gibt uns die
Maulana
Antwort.
Rumi gives
Er
us the
sagt,
answer, and he says
da
there
gibt
is
es
a
eine
world
Welt
of examples. So
bevor
before
das alles, was
everything
auf
that's
Erden
happening
abspielt,
on
der
word,
Alltag
everyday
des
life of
jeden
every
einzelnen
individual
Menschen,
human, every
jede
event,
Ereignis,
everything
alles,
that's
was
going to
passieren
happen,
wird
and
und
everything
alles,
that
was schon
has
passiert
happened
ist,
starts
kommt an, landet erstmal,
and
bevor
lands
es in diese
before
Welt
it ever gets
hineingelandet
to
ist,
this earth in that
landet
other
in diese
world that
Welt
is a
vor dieser
pre-world.
Welt.
You could
Du
say
kannst sagen,
it's like a prototype
Prototyp-Welt.
world.
Prototyp,
It's a prototype. And there
da befinden sich alle
all possibilities
möglichen,
are there, and that
wahrscheinlichen,
eventual and
möglichen
possible events
Ereignisse
for
für
every
jeden Einzelnen,
one, for
für das Leben
the life
des einzelnen
in
Menschen.
everyone's life. These are all
Eventualität.
eventualities. So
Also,
this
das
could
könnte heute
happen
mit
to
dir
you
passieren
today,
oder
or
nicht
the other
passieren.
thing could happen to you as well. There is not
Nicht
only
nur eine
one
auserwählte Sache
thing
von Gott,
happening by God that's been
also
destined to you
vorherbestimmt,
and written for you. That's
richtig,
true, that happens,
aber
but we have to be
dass wir
careful.
aufpassen, es ist
There's
nicht
not
nur
only
ein
one event
Ereignis
that is destined
vorherbestimmt,
for you as your
sondern das
destiny
Schicksal.
for
Für
everyone
jeden
in that
von
everyday
deinem
life.
Tag.
There are
Da sind
from
von
every
jeder im Alltag
from
was
everyone's
passiert,
daily
von all
life's
den
events,
Ereignissen
there are different
unterschiedliche mögliche
ways
Ereignisse, die
that
mit
could
dir
happen to
passieren
you
können
or
und
not.
konnten.
So it's on you to decide
Willst
which
du
one you're going to choose. Only
nur
there are
außerhalb, da
only
gibt es
two
zwei freie Willen,
kinds of
zwei
wills you
Willen.
can use.
Eine Kulli-Irade,
There's
das
one
ist Wille
that's
Gottes,
the will for
aber
God.
du,
He decides it
er
for you
bestimmt das,
to
um dich
try
zu
you
prüfen,
as a
eine göttliche
divine
Prüfung,
trial, and you can't
das
change
kannst du nicht
that.
verändern.
It's
Es wird dich erreichen. Das
so
kannst du nicht
the only thing
machen,
for
bis
you
du
to
nicht
do
tust.
is to endure it as a
Eine Prüfung
trial. It
kann
may
sein,
be like a
eine
happy
glückliche
trial,
Prüfung,
as
du
you're
wirst
being
gelobt werden,
rewarded and
glücklich
being
gemacht
happy
werden,
and
wie du
made
damit umgehst,
and enjoy
wirst du
it, and
Dankbarkeit
then you'll be
erwecken oder nicht,
trialed whether you're
oder
going to
ein
be happy
Unglück,
or
wo du
and
gelobt
thankful for
wirst
that,
oder
or
nicht.
it's going to be a bad
Das
try
ist
that
gegessen.
where you have to
Das ist eine
show
absolute
endurance.
göttliche Prüfung.
That's a
Das ist,
divine try, and
das
that is
ist
the
die
destiny for
Bestimmung
your
Gottes für
daily
deinen
life
Alltag, was
that's
passieren
been
wird.
destined for you from the above.
Aber dann gibt es, was du
And
für
there
dich
is
selber
also something
bestimmst.
that is what you
Und
decide
diese
and take from that word,
der
from all the world of
Wahrscheinlichkeiten und
eventuality and
Möglichkeiten.
possibilities. So you,
Du also, wie ein Puzzle,
just like a
Bild aus
great
Puzzlestücken,
piece of puzzles,
du
so
bestimmst
you
deinen Alltag.
choose
In Wirklichkeit hast
your
keine
daily
Ahnung.
life and you have no idea about it.
Du
As you
gestaltest deinen
choose your
Alltag
daily
für
life
morgen
for
oder
tomorrow
für
or
den
this
Tag,
day
ohne
without having known
es
about
gewusst
it.
zu haben.
And so all you
Deshalb,
humans,
ihr Menschen, was
do you claim, what do you
behauptet ihr
claim
zu
to
wissen?
know? And what
Was
do you
wisst
know
ihr
even
schon,
what's good
was
for
für
you
euch
or
gut und
not?
schlecht ist, sagt Rumi.
Because you are so clueless. So
Deshalb
wish
wünsche ich
something
was
for
Gutes
something
für den
good for the
Tag,
day, for the
den
day
Morgen,
tomorrow or the day
übermorgen.
after tomorrow,
Bete,
and
dass Allah
pray
euch
for Allah
Gutes
to
schickt.
send you a good thing as
Das
a
ist eine
precaution for
Vorsorge
you.
und das ist
And he
schon
said, Oh
vor
Allah,
Allah
from all
von den
those
Arten
different
der Ereignisse,
eventualities
das
that
für mich
you
bestimmt ist. Ich kann nicht
have for
wissen.
me, I can't
Ich habe
choose. I
keine
have no insight
Einsicht in
into the
die
archives
Archiven hinein,
and I have no idea what's going to happen, what's being destined. And I could choose something that's wrong for me because I have no idea what's truly good for me and right for me. So that's why, oh Allah, please, you decide for me. Give me the best, send me the best. And that's kind of prayer we can realize by looking if there's a friend of God nearby. So how else can we ever get in contact with God? Allah says in the Quran, without a wakila, without a wasila, without someone who is an in-between, you can't get to me, he says. You need someone who's in between, that is a bridge between you and me, my friend, that is also a friend to you, and that is known to the both of us. That's what you need. And we need a spiritual center, a school, and a sheikh that's a guidance to us, because we don't know what's good for us or what's bad for us. It's just like a life coach, like as it's the new trend in Swiss. They've got more money, and over there they've got so much money. And the German says we had one Führer already, so that's enough for us. So no more life coaching, no more Führer. People that have money without knowing, they are getting coached even though they have no spiritual persons. They know that they have to ask for spiritual guidance, and they look for that, and then they pay for that. And then they even praise themselves. I have a life coach, yes. And if you say, I have a sheikh, please stay away. You are down, I'm up. I'm paying them. He's my servant. And the sheikh too, but it looks different. And it looks like as if the student is the servant. But Ibn Arabi said, who is the Lord is the servant, and who is the servant? And maybe the Lord is the servant and the servant is the Lord. Did you follow? So who wants to know that? So where do you want to know? Maybe the Lord is the servant and the servant is the Lord. Up there is a world where all events that are going to happen will wait for you. And they're waiting for your decision, waiting for your choice. So you choose one of those events in your day as part of your destiny, and you take it for yourself, and you do that without knowing that you did it and what you actually invited to come to you. These are the eventualities and possibilities of different events. That's why be careful, O you people, Rumi says, what you are saying, what you're wishing for, what you are asking for. What are you bringing outside of yourself? And that will come and be an invitation to us. And that is your destiny as your event, as part of your daily life. So, it's not so easy to send back to God what you don't like. It's easy to say that, but it's not the truth. Allah gave us free, and that is His promise, and that's why there is a pre-word where everything has been prepared for you. So imagine there is a heavenly kitchen for you. That is for everyone. There is a kitchen made for you with endless different kinds of vegetables, broccoli and so on. And there's also a cucumber. And there is a cook as well. So for everyone, Allah created for everyone a kitchen with all different kinds of vegetables and all the material in it, and a chef just for you. But you say, I don't need a cook, I don't need a chef. I'm going to cook myself. And without knowing what kind of vegetables you have and how you have to cook it and how you have to combine them and how you have to cook them to different degrees, slow, like a low flame or high flame, or how you use salt and how you spice it up, and you have no idea about it. And you say, oh, come on, go away, move aside, chef, I don't need your help. And then the Lord of the house actually provides for you a kitchen and a chef. So he says, serve yourself, let them work for you, and then you don't have no extreme ways to choose. And then you don't have to think about what kind of vegetables you need and what kind of dish you want to do, because you don't have to think about it. Just tell the cook, please cook me something good and lay the table for me. So what will happen at the end and what kind of dish will be served if you cooked it yourself? It will be all burned up. The hell is for all your burned up dishes. Ugh. And hellfire, hell, and everything is going to be burnt. That is all for all your burned up dishes. And as you burned it yourself, and you cooked it yourself without even knowing, without even being able to cook, as you are no cook. You don't know what kind of vegetables are necessary for what kind of dish, and you don't know what you have to choice of. So every word, all of your movements have to be controlled, and that's why you have the Sheikh. And he's only controlling the one giving you guidance. Okay, you want to cook for yourself? Well then, let me support you. Do it like this. I'm going to give you tips and hints, and then you can cook yourself. I don't need to cook for you. So you can cook for yourself, but follow my guidance so that the dish shall not be burned later on and be put on the table for everybody to, so that it shall be tasty, that everybody can say, oh, bon appetit. May it be good appetite for you. There once was a man that lost his wife. The man was gourmet, was liked to eat, and connoisseur. He himself couldn't cook, so he still wanted to have something good to eat, and he was a very busy man and had to work a lot. That was working hard, and when he comes home, he wants to have the table ready, and the dishes ready, and dinner ready. So his wife died, and he didn't know how he should cook himself and what else he could eat. So he remembered that his neighbor, an old, like 80 or 90 years old lady, like, oh, she's an old and experienced woman. She has to know how to help me. So he's knocking at her door and says, oh, you old woman, my wife died, and I'm all alone, and I don't know how to cook myself and what to eat. And the wife said, so then marry again. Well, that's a good idea, he answered, because otherwise I'm going to die of hunger. So the next day, immediately from his village, he got a wife, a young child, a young girl, and he said, "Please cook for me so that I shall have something good to eat for dinner." But that young girl, that young lady, I never cooked before. And said, "Oh my goodness, I chose the wrong one," he said. So the girl was beautiful, but he didn't care about that. So immediately he took his new wife and knocked at the door of the neighbor and told her and showed them each other and said, "She's my new wife, but doesn't know how to cook. Please teach her." "So what do you want from me?" they asked. "Well, you can cook so good. Can't you just teach her so that eventually that she learns how to cook for me?" I said, "Oh yes, sure, I can do that." So tomorrow we're going to start. So on the next day, in the evening, when the husband comes back from home, he can smell something weird, like see what happened. Maybe the stinking is not so good, but maybe it tastes good still. So he's hoping and has good hopes, keeps up his hopes. "So, did you cook?" he asked her. "Did you do everything that she did?" "Yes, she was here," his wife answered. "And did you cook dinner?" "So well, then bring the food along." And the young girl takes the pot and puts it on the table. It's like, "Oh, the man, what does he can see? Oh my goodness, everything is burned. Everything is just coal, charcoal." "So what did you do?" Immediately, he was getting up and knocking at the door of the old lady and asked, "Hey, what did you teach her? Everything is burned." "Yes, I don't care about that." "But you were supposed to teach her." "I did. I told her those kind of like eggplant, you have to cut like that, and then you wash it, and then put it in small slices." And she said, "Yes, I know." "And there's zucchini, you also have to do the same." "Yes, I know," she answered. "And that cucumber doesn't fit in." "Yes, I know." "And you have to spice it up good." "Yes, I know." "Well, then, because you know everything already, so you don't need me anymore." So I left because you knew everything already. She knew everything, but she didn't know that she had to add water as well. So that small special something, that small little pinch of salt. I thought that she also had to add water because she knew everything already. That's how we are, no matter what. How many universities we've graduated from, we don't know everything. And that's why we need guidance and advice and support of the heavenly stations. They know everything about cooking. They have that insight and a view of light into your prototype world, the world of examples for you, for all your daily lives. Everything that could happen, all the events, all different kinds of, so that they can tell you, not that one, don't do that. They do it like, move like that, say that, think like that, and behave like that. And do your daily life like this. And that's for every day, he makes different kinds of individualities for you and chooses for you, and it's all the best for you, so that you don't actually have to bear the responsibility. If you go follow that guidance, you have no responsibility to bear, because he has to bear it. And then you can say, "Well, I didn't cook it, he did." Because you are, and you said, "Oh, your Lord, he is the cook, and if the food doesn't taste good, it's not my fault, it's his fault, the chef's fault." And you can make your life so easy But the human is vain and ignorant and arrogant and wants to decide for himself. Well then, okay, you also have to bear the responsibility. And from 100%, and 100% or 90% of all your food is going to be burned up every day. You choose your daily life, so choose wisely. And you have no idea how to behave. So if you say to someone, I hate you, according to that, you're going to have a reaction, and that reaction is also be written over there in the world of examples for you, and it's a bad reaction, and that event will happen to you, and you said, come to me, invited it to you, but with the wrong words, with the wrong behavior, immediately you ask for it, call it for you, that event is going to come to you. If you say, I love you, you're so nice and so lovely, and are being friendly, and the action of the other person, so your destiny, that's what's going to happen to you, you invite it as well. It's an alternative reaction, and events, they're all there for everyday life. And you choose how you're going to move, how you say something out of your mouth, and then you attract these kinds of events from that world into this world. And you want to know what that book of destiny is all written, because actually you are writing your book of destiny. There are so many possibilities, the alternatives, and you are writing your novel, destiny book, from all the sentences that were given to you, all the events. Do you understand now? We can't tell you even more easier. Such an explanation, I don't know where you can get such an explanation. That's why we need a guidance. And we also ask for support of the heavens. We ask for support of the heavens, that they shall give us guidance in this life for our life. And may Allah give us good guidance, and may He send us the heavenly guidance. So it's the last straw would be that He is pleading to us, please accept my heavenly guidance and recommendation that I gave to you, that I already prepared for you. Let them guide you. So that's the last part that's missing, but we are so arrogant. May we accept His guidance. That is our prayer. So don't do what you want to do. Do what He wants you to do. And if you always do everything without Him, but from what side of Him do you do it? From the ego side or from the soul side? As you're always listening to someone, you never actually do what you want to do. You always do what two of those sides want you to do. So on the right side, there are the heavenly guidance or the satanic guidance. As you always do what one of them wants you to do. May we be guided by the right one. Allahu